Hey, what's up? So look, my question today, or the major question of today is, why is there another COVID spike? All right. Why is there another COVID spike? I thought we were done with this. We're supposedly in the clear and all these other good things, right? So why is there another spike? All right. So if this is your first time tuning in, thanks for visiting. This is Love's Healing Heart. And I want to address the topic. I mean, it's really important. This is affecting all of you guys' lives. So let's talk about why there is this is a big problem. Why is there another spike in COVID? They're trying to shut things down, especially in Cali. I'm pretty sure they're going to try to do the same on the East Coast somewhere. But this time around, things are a lot different, okay? Because we should be by now wiser, okay? We should be seeing through some of this stuff and we should be wiser by now, right? All right, so I wrote a couple things down. Let's start talking about this. So look, I'm going to come from a biblical standpoint and a just straight out common knowledge standpoint, okay? So look, first thing I want to do is come from the Bible. In the book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 12, it says, um, it says, wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word and believe in oppression. Okay, you trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon. All right, so what they're saying there is that you trust in oppression. You trust in oppression, right? You believe everything that they're saying. They're oppressing you. So when it said that you're trusting in oppression, you believe exactly what they're saying right now on the television. Okay, because those that control the media control the mind. I always post that. It's a quote from Jim Morrison. Obviously, Jim knew something that you don't if you don't understand that. Okay, because you are being fed some information and you believe it wholeheartedly. Okay, and then I'm going to go more into that next. But I mean, seriously, let's be real here. Like, they're telling you this stuff, and you have no real knowledge of this. All you know is they're telling you this, and people seem to be getting sick. Not remembering the cycle of life that when babies are born, people die, right? And it doesn't matter what age that they are. I mean, people have been dying every day. And all of a sudden, COVID supposedly hits, and now people don't die from breast cancer. People don't die from cancer. People don't die from heart disease. They don't die from drug overdose. They don't die from all these things that they were just dying from. But all of a sudden now there's COVID, and now all of a sudden all that stuff sounds ludicrous. Oh, they had COVID. They had COVID. And where'd you get COVID from? You got it from the news. Hello? Can I not? You got it from the news. Okay? And working in healthcare, I already know that it was never as bad as they say on the news, right? Okay, so anyways, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. So again, so why is there another spike? It's really the placebo effect. That's what I wanted to discuss first, okay? This is like the placebo effect. Think about a placebo pill and what happens. What happens when you have a placebo pill. Hmm? So what happens is they give you a pill, right? They give you a pill and they tell you what this pill supposedly does. And then your mind believes that that is what it is, and it automatically heals itself or treats itself based on what the pill is supposed to do. Wouldn't you say that's what COVID do? Isn't it like the placebo effect? Tell me, isn't it like the placebo effect? Okay? Think about this. They told you what COVID was. They told you what COVID was supposed to do. Let me say that again. They told you what COVID was, and they also told you what COVID was supposed to do. And your mind believed it, right? And here you go. So that brings me to my next point. It's another Bible verse. It's Proverbs chapter 23, verse 7. It says, for as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Okay? So now think about this. You can't think with your heart. You got to think with your mind and believe with your heart. Like they always show the pictures of Christ or whatever. When it's supposed to be Christ, they show pictures, and the heart is always lit up, right? You see, like it's all right, because the heart has a lot of, it has to do with the law of attraction, and the heart has a lot of power, energy connected to it. Okay, so That's why when you really feel something or you believe it with your heart, it transpires. I can go into depth about that. I can go into depth about that, but I won't, not tonight, because I'm kind of recording this late. But anyway, so where was I at? So I said, so for as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Okay, that's the Proverbs chapter 23, verse 7. So yes, if you believe in your heart, so they gave you this information, they told you about COVID, okay? And I was talking about the placebo and going more into that, into the placebo effect, is that when you believe something so strongly, or they told you this, and everybody's wearing masks, which is constant reminder of the disease or whatever it's supposed to be, right? I mean, we know what it is or whatever, or not, but I'm not going to go into that. I'm just trying to stay on point about the placebo effect, okay? So, let's see. Let me help this person out really quick. So, anyways, where was I at? All right. So, because again, we've been fed this information and people believe it wholeheartedly, that is why it's still going on. Okay. So, saying all that to say is there another spike in COVID? No. But because, oh, I knew I forgot a scripture. Thank you. The scripture that talks about if two or more agree on earth, it shall be done in heaven. Don't get me wrong. God talked about bringing plagues and all of that during this time. But I want you to understand how it all works together. That's kind of what my point is here too, is that everything is connected. So your belief, because you create your own reality, so your belief in this disease is what's causing people to get sick. In general, all it takes is two people to believe it. What happens when you have millions of people believing the same lie? Energetically, what does it do to the planet when everyone is believing the same thing? And you have people walking around with masks, and now they have on shields on top of the mask. That's how much fear you're in. This is disgusting. At this point, it's really, really disgusting. Yes, people are going to die because that is the cycle of life. Also, it's the end of one story and the beginning of another. Okay? On top of the depression and because what is the number one cause of death in the U.S., really in the world? It's stress. So what's really making people sick is the stress and your beliefs in this disease. There's people that walk around all the time with no masks on and nothing, and they ain't got COVID. Trust me. I know. Okay? Anyways. Yes, natural selection is happening right now. So you're like, okay, well, people, you're saying this and that, but people are dying. Yes, they are dying, as prophesied. Okay? People are dying. This is the end of one story and the beginning of another. We're already there. Okay, so yes, if you're not living from that lit up heart, like they used to show Christ, when Christ came back, you had to be living like that. You have to be living from your heart. You don't want to wait to that moment to where, because Christ is already back, but you don't want to wait to that moment where things the door is sealed. Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to be silly and wait to the last moment to get your stuff together, to forgive yourself and forgive others, living from your heart? You can't live from your solar plexus. That's the lower chakra. Some of y'all don't know what I'm talking about at all, and I feel for you. But the other ones that do know what I'm talking about, you understand. Some of you got some work to do, just like I have had work to do. I've been doing it. A lot of you been watching me. Great. But a lot of you got some work to do. You have to be living. You have to evolve or you're going to die. You have to be living from your heart chakra and higher. Okay? Jealousy and envy, you're not living from your heart. You're not going to make it. I'm sorry. If you're jealous of anyone, including me, you're not going to make it. Period. You can't live. That means it has nothing to do personally with me. It has to do with you, your energy. Okay. So I forgive you already. Even I'm gonna tell you now. If any of you got any issues with me, I forgive you. Now, do you work on you so you can make it? Okay. All right. Now back to what I'm talking about. All right. So what the solution, the solution is to transform your mind. Okay? How do we fix this? First of all, don't let nobody just do anything to you. Okay? So they're talking about they're shutting things down. You better go to work because they're not even trying to give you any money. You better go to work. Act like nothing ever happened. I'm so serious. That's what the queen is telling you you should do. While everything else is getting worked out, you need to help too, and that means keep going on with life like nothing's happened. Did you hear me? Why would you be silly and shut your business down? And they're not even trying to help you. They want you to be totally dependent on them. Why would you do that? Go to work. Okay? Whatever it is that you do, live life normally. Okay? Because what they really want is for you to be in so much fear and be so tired of COVID that you say, you know what? Give me the vaccine. They want you to beg for your death because that's what it is. COVID is going to turn you into an I am legend, superhuman creature, okay, to do their dirty work. And then it's already been prophesied that, it's going to be to where the ones that do take it is going to die. I mean, they're dead. They're going to be dead at that point. They're going to really be dead because it's going to be, the area will be destroyed for them to be dead. Okay? So I'm trying to prevent that. What we want to do is make sure nobody's getting any vaccines. I'm saying nobody get vaccines, period. But life is all about choices. I cannot be right there with you and force you. You may say, oh, you know what, be silly and be like, hey, you know what, this is going to be good. I'm going to tell you, in the beginning of time, they wasn't taking no vaccines, baby. There was no vaccines to be taken in the beginning of time. Okay? Even in the middle, they was not doing vaccines. That is over here, American thing. We not doing no vaccines. We not. For what? For what? Okay? All right. So, transforming your mind. The book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 2, it says, be not conformed to this world. Okay? Be not conformed to this world. But be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Okay? So you got to transform your mind. You got to renew your mind. You got to change the way you think. The way you think about all these things. Okay? Also, so you want to make sure that motivating, that you're meditating. Okay? You want to do a lot of meditation and staying calm. Like I said, I will go to work. I'm telling you, I will go to work. And nobody's enforcing nothing either. It's the news that's telling you this. Go to work. They're trying to shut the whole country down. This is the new world order, by the way, what they're doing. Do you like it? If you don't like it, stand up and fight with me. Go to work. Go do the things that you would normally do. We're opening back up. We're not going to be continuing to close down. Remember, the whole point is that they want you to get the vaccine. That's the whole point. They want you to be so afraid. You're going to say, ooh, I need this vaccine. There is no spike in COVID like that, babies. I'm telling you now, there is no spike in COVID like that. It's not. But your beliefs will make it that way. I'm just saying. It's all about what you believe. And all it takes is two people. Because 2 or more agree on earth, it shall be done in heaven. 2 or more. That's all it takes is 2 or more. You know how many people believe that it's really COVID? And then just amplify that some more with even more people. Okay? Don't do it. Don't do it. All right? So, like I said, it's meditation, staying calm, and make sure you keep your thoughts positive. Make sure that you're only you're doing your best to think about what you desire, what you want versus what you don't want. That's the trick. It's a couple of tricks we're going to end up talking about on this page or in this channel. This page on this podcast, because I'm recording in different spots at the same time. But I'm telling you like this. Only let in the thoughts of things that you want to happen. You understand? So if you don't think about what you don't want to happen, because Our minds, we've been using our minds wrong this whole time. Our minds are manifestation tools, okay? It's like the biggest tool to bring about what you want to have in life. So if you're constantly thinking about negative things and you wonder why negative things are happening, because you're constantly thinking about them. You're bringing them, you're making them happen, you're making them manifest. You understand what I'm saying? So change your mind, okay? Change your thoughts. As I said, this is all about the vaccine. This has to do with the scripture where it says, deceive the world and have them take a mark. Okay? This has to do with all of that. All right? That mark's going to be that vaccine. Don't do it. I love y'all. Until next time, be good, okay?